Hi all, in this video tutorial we are going to see what is this keyword in Java. This keyword. This keyword always refers to current object. So this keyword always refers to current object if the name of instance variable and the parameter is same, then this keyword is used to avoid ambiguity. So we will see by an example. Okay, so it says like if the name of instance variable and the parameter is same, then this keyword is used to avoid ambiguity. Okay, this keyword is also used to invoke current class constructor. Okay, so let's see by an example. So we had seen one example when I was showing you what an encapsulation is, right? So let's go to that particular class. Let me clear it. So this one, encap test. Okay, so if you see, these are my instance variables, right? These are my instance variables and these are my parameters. New age, new name, new salary. But if you see here, the name of instance variables and the name of parameters are different. What if I will give the same name? Let's see. So if I am giving here age, and here I will give age is equal to age, and if I give here name, I will give name is equal to name, and if I give here salary, I'll give you salary is equal to salary, right? So these are my setter methods. Okay, so where actually I am assigning the values to age, name and salary. But if you see now, the names of instance variables and parameters are same. Okay, now if I go to run encap test, okay, so this particular class file was created to execute this encap test, right? So here actually I am creating object and I am assigning values by using setter methods, then I am retrieving those values using getter methods. Okay, so now if I run this program, what output I will get? See, I am getting a 0, null, 0.0. So the default values of instance variables I am getting, but I am not getting the actual values. Why? Because here the names of instance variables and parameters are same. So to avoid this ambiguity, this keyword is used. So what we can use, we can write here this dot age is equal to age, this dot name is equal to name, and this dot salary is equal to salary. So as I said before, this keyword always refers to your current object. So ambiguity will not occur and we will get the expected outputs. So let me run it. See, now I am getting the expected outputs, right? As I said, this keyword is also used to invoke current class constructor, right? So we had seen this example when I was teaching you constructor in Java, right? So here I had given you an example of constructor overloading. So I have created three constructors. One is default constructor, and one constructor which is having one parameter, and the constructor which is having two parameters, right? And if you see, I have created three objects, okay, to create the default constructor and the constructors which are having one parameter and two parameters, right? But I can use this keyword so that I can create only one object and my job will be done. I will show you how. So if you see, this is a constructor which is having one parameter, right? This is a parameterized constructor. So from this parameterized constructor, I can call this default constructor. How? I just have to write here this. But always remember, if you are writing this, right, and you are calling any constructor, that should be the first statement. Okay, because if I write like this, after this if I write, so it will throw error. It will throw compilation error, and it will say if I hover, constructor call must be the first statement in a constructor. So it has to be the first statement. Okay, right? So now if you see, from this parameterized constructor, and this is having one parameter, from this I am calling the default constructor. Now if I go to this constructor, okay, and here it is having two parameters. So from here I will call the constructor which is having one parameter. So I'll write here this, and I'll give some name like say 66 for example. Okay, and obviously here I am assigning the values to m and n, and I am calculating the addition. Okay, and this show method is written to show the value of x. Okay, so what I will do, I will create only one object now. Okay, one object, but here I will pass two parameters. Okay, two parameters here, so that this constructor will get invoked, and from this I am calling this constructor. Okay, so this constructor is having two parameters. Okay, so from this I am calling this constructor which is having one parameter, and if I go here, here I am calling the default constructor, right? So let me show you. If I write here obj, so here I have to give something like say 65, 90, and I'll give here obj dot show and obj dot addition. Okay, because these are methods, so these methods need to be called explicitly. Okay, so let me show you what I have done. So I am creating one object. Okay, I am creating one object, and I am calling the third constructor which is having two parameters. Okay, so if I go inside the third constructor, from this I am calling the constructor which is having one parameter. So it will go to this constructor again. So from this parameterized constructor which is having one parameter, from this I am calling the default constructor by using this keyword. Okay, so instead of creating three objects, I have created one object, and I am just calling the third constructor, because from there I am calling the other constructors. Okay, so with the help of one object my job will be done, and I am calling all these methods. So method has been written to show the value of x, and addition method has been written to show the addition result. Okay, so these methods need to be called explicitly. So now if I run this, I will get my expected outputs. So I am in a constructor. The value of the variable named x is 66, and the addition result of 65 and 90 is 155. Right? So this is how, with the help of this keyword, we can call current class constructor. I hope you are clear on this keyword. Thank you for watching this video.